Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Boston Base 31, and this video was suggested by Jake Williams, so shout out to you, Jake, for suggesting this. And today we're going to be doing a Pittsburgh Pirates rebuild. This rebuild will take 3 years, and we will be trying to win a championship. And in the progress of this happening, we will try and get some really good prospects and whatnot. So with all that further said, let's just get the team set and get these prospects up here. And hopefully we could get some magic to happen. So we're gonna send Mitch to AAA. Edgar Santana, we're gonna put him in AAA to start out the year. Hopefully he can be called up to the majors. Catchers, I don't know why we have a 62 overall. In the majors, but I guess that'll do. And then we'll put Nick Franklin in AA. We have so many second basemen in the minors. It's crazy. We have Kevin Newman and then Kevin Kramer. And then in real life, Cole Tucker is on the Pittsburgh Pirates in real life, so we will call him up. And for Jason Martin, we'll put him down in AAA. Yeah, so his overall goes up 3, so that's fine by me. Gregor Polanco, don't know why he is in single A ball, but he needs to be up there in the majors, and that's going to do it for that part. We really don't, I mean, we kind of do need some starting pitching, but we're not going to worry about that this year, just because this year is just going to be take as what we want and see how we can improve in the off season, because we'll have 2 years after that. So let's just see what we can get for some of these players. I mean, the good thing about them, they don't have a lot of high salaries. Like Corey Dickerson is the only player I'm worried about who used to play for Tampa Bay. He's pretty much the highest paid player. Him, Starling Marte, Gregor Polanco, and Felipe Vasquez, and Chris Archer. So like 5 or 6 guys is just pretty much making this team hit or miss. So that's going to do it for this introduction part, and I will see you all at the end of the season. And we're back at the end of season number 1, and we finished 83-79.
The final postseason
and let me turn this guy down real quick.
Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting out in the NL West, the Nationals smacked 15.
Like, I have him turned down all the way, and he still talks. But overall, we had an average year. We traded for Albert Almora Jr. from the Cubs. Got Steve Pearce from the Red Sox, and Rafael Devers as well from the Red Sox. So we did some trades that were offered to us, and they seemed realistic enough. And so we got those, and so our lineup, Adam Frazier hit 261. Wish that was a little bit up. With having 18 home runs, it's kind of disappointing. Center fielder was Albert Almora Jr., 256. Steve Pearce went off. I think he had 3 times the home run as he did last year at 295 average. Corey Dickerson, average needs to be back up to 300 where it was in 2018. Josh Bell hit 313 and 20 home runs. Colin Moran did really well in his second season. Francisco Cervelli could have been better. Gregor Polanco could have been better. And Kevin Kramer, alright. Rafael Devers, 229 average. Kind of disappointing, but he is still young, so hopefully he can figure it out because his vision's probably not too good. Melky Cabrera, 235 average, not good, but 3 home runs. Elias Diaz, maybe our catcher of the future. It looks like his potential could go up. He only played in 65 games. And Eric Gonzalez. Our pitching rotation was solid the whole year. I see the only guy that I was worried about was Eduardo Rodriguez. And he's a relief pitcher. So I don't know why he has the 5th spot. But it should be Nick Kingham. Kingham actually did really well. He pitched in 43 games, started 8, and went 11-3 and got his first career save. So really good numbers for him, and we just need to lock him up for the future. Rodriguez, his ERA was a little bit too high for my liking. Kyle Crick could have done better. Edgar Santana, this man is a machine. He's an 86 overall. We got to lock him up for the future. AJ Ramos, we signed halfway through the season. He did pretty well. 2.54 ERA and 1.66 whip. Pretty good. Carl Edwards Jr. could have done somewhat better, so we have to just give him an extension. Keona Akela, worried about him in the future of this team, as he is an expiring contract as well. And then Felipe Vasquez. So we got to really try and get a good closing pitcher or somewhat for this next season. So, Cole Tucker, he only played in 4 games in the majors this year, but that's fine. He can potentially come back next year and do some damage. So now we're just going to simulate the postseason, and the Dodgers are in the World Series for the 3rd straight year. This time around they play the Astros and win. So pretty interesting to see that happen. Got some coaches that are do not have a retired or contract. So we'll keep our manager for now, see how he does. We need a hitting coach. You can get Aaron Boone. Bring him in. And then we need, what else do we need? A pitching coach. Gary Palmer. Orlando Montoya. Vinny Cartwright. Yeah, I think that would be good. So we could get both of these coaches. So we are going to turn contracts on automatic. Corey Dickerson played 153 games, 21 home runs, kind of a bounce back year. So we will offer him. Well, how much does he want? That's also another thing to look at. He wants 6.3 a year. Yeah, we'll give him that. We'll front load it, so 6.7. We'll offer to him that. He should accept that. Cervelli, we kind of do need a new catcher. Yeah, he pretty much tied his career high in home runs. Don't want him. Jordan Lyles, how'd he do? He did not even play in the big leagues. Francisco Leonardo. I don't know if you say his name, I can never say it. He did nothing. Lonnie Chisenhall did not play. Melky Cabrera, he's just going down. He should just retire. And that's pretty much all the players. So we got the pitching coach. Alright, so select 40-man roster, auto, salary, arbitration. Jameson, he's been somewhat consistent, best ERA of his career, so we'll offer him arbitration. Keona Akela, I mean, we'll make him a bullpen guy. He only wants 5.5. I mean, he only wants 5.1. Yeah, we'll give you that. Maybe a little bit more. Steve Pierce, you're 36. You had your best year of your career. So we'll definitely give you a little bit more than what you want. Carl Edwards Jr., I say he did fairly well. I can't remember. Worst ERA, but good whip. Did not put a lot of innings in though, so he wants 4.7. So we'll offer him a little bit arbitration. Joe Musgrave, I say he did really well. Best ERA for him. Good record. He wants 7 mil. We'll give him that. 83 overall as well. So he should accept that. Adam Frazier, I'm worried that we could move on from him. He had... Man, how much does he want though? Yeah, he wants 4.6. We'll offer him arbitration as well, 590. Trevor Williams, 15-10. Somewhat decent ERA. Appeared in 30. He started 32 games. 6.3. We'll offer him arbitration as well. We'll offer him 600,000. Kyle Crick, how'd you do? Really high ERA, but you are still learning. We won't bring you back. Josh Bell, since we have Pierce probably coming back. We'll let you walk. Almora, you get your second highest career number in home runs. I think he should be our everyday center fielder. Yeah, he is. Michael Feliz, did you appear? No. Chad. I mean, we can give Chad another chance. It's 3.8, so let's just offer him arbitration. Let's offer him 600,000. Diaz. Now this is a guy that we want to lock up. So we're gonna offer him 2-year 6 mil and every day. Colin Moran, you played really well. We'll lock you up for the next 4 years, 13.5 mil. Kendall Graveman, no, not bringing him back. Eric Gonzalez, how'd he do? We'll let him walk. And Brandon Maurer, we'll let him walk as well. Free agency, we don't really need a closing pitcher. We don't really need any starting pitchers. Don't really need any relievers. Catchers, we're going to have Elias Diaz potentially. First baseman, we got Steve Pierce. Second base, we got Adam, Kevin, and Kevin. Third base, we have Rafael and Colin. Shortstop, we got Cole Tucker and Diego Villanueva. But it never hurts to get someone... Oh, that's bad. Okay. Left fielder, we got Corey Dickerson. But we could also get Marcell Ozuna. He only got 18 home runs last year. 285 average. He's only going to get better. So let's lock him up. Let's lock him up for 100 mil, 7 years. Do that. So we'll bring him in, and then we'll trade, what's his name? We'll trade Corey Dickerson away if we can get him. And then right fielder, we got Gregor Polanco. But do we really need him? We can also go after Puig. Puig got a good bat though, but I never liked him when he played for LA. Yeah, we're not going to get Puig. So we're only just going to go after Ozuna. So hopefully we can get him. We got Aaron Boone as our hitting coach. Anthony Rizzo goes to the Marlins. Garrett Cole goes to the Giants. We get Marcell Ozuna, so that means... And Madison Bumgarner goes to the Yankees. Wow. So that means we are definitely going to trade... Corey Dickerson for potentially a what position do we need? Shortstop. Yeah, if we can get a shortstop out of this, I'll be very happy. There's a shortstop. 72 overall, Roman Torres. And Ken Andrews, 18-year-old. So let's go over to the White Sox. Ken Andrews. Who was it for? Roman Torres. Wait, they've changed it. They changed their idea. Roman Torres and Evan Marshall. See, they keep on changing it. What the heck? Freddie Galvis, no. We need a shortstop. Wait, could the not Diamondbacks, could the Rockies give up? He doesn't even have a contract. He doesn't either. Who's a young shortstop? Tatis? Dang. Xander Bogaerts. Tim Anderson. What is up with these players not having offers? Like, what the heck? Jorge Polanco, how did he do last year? 20 home runs. We have to give up AJ Ramos. You know what? That's fine by me. So we get a shortstop. Get Jorge Polanco. And we also have these minor league guys. We do need an upgrade at third base. So who's a really good third baseman that has a contract and can be traded for? Yohan Moncada, that'd be interesting. They would actually give up that guy? Wow. Excuse me. Bregman? Could they give up Bregman? No, they would not. They need a catcher. They say they need a catcher. How about we give you a catcher? Never mind. Okay, we'll just simulate. Sean Doolittle goes to the Cubs. Yasiel Puig goes to the Angels. Josh Donaldson goes to the Dodgers. That's interesting. Pedro Strop goes to the Phillies. We need a catcher and a third baseman and we're set, but... Okay, we have a catcher. Apparently we have a catcher. It says that... We got Wellington Castillo. Okay. Who did we trade away? I know we traded him away. Is that what they're talking about? I don't know. All I know is that we need a third baseman in this Rule 5 draft. And then we'll be set for the new season. So, third baseman. Saying we need a starting pitcher. I don't think so. Kyle Seager. No, we don't need a third baseman. We have freaking Rafael Devers game. What are you talking about? Las Vegas Aviators. Lonnie Chisenhall, bring him over. Luis Palermo. You know what? It's not too bad. Alright, so still says we need a center fielder. Who is our current center fielder? Albert Almora Jr. Okay. Renew contracts. And Richard Rodriguez, can you please do something this year? And Nick, I mean, you only played 2 games. You didn't even watch your overall so bad. We're actually pretty good everywhere else, so. Alright, so I'm gonna just stop talking and figure everything out. So we need an international scout. Steven Pena. Welcome. Alright, so let's just simulate spring training. Our rotation will be Jameson, Joe, Chris, Trevor, and Chad. Where is Nick Kingham? Okay, AAA. So that's fine with me. I'm not worried about that at all anyway. He just needs to develop. Palmero, Perdomo, how you say his name. Alright. Alright, we ready for our bounce back here? I'm feeling pretty good about our pitchers. Lineups is where I'm worried about the most. Why is that so far away? I guess it is that far away from me. I'm just blind. Okay, so we got Jorge Polanco at short. Jorge Polanco at short. Albert Almora at center. Ozuna in left. Pierce at DH. Josh Bell. At first. Gregor Polanco in right. Adam Frazier at second. Rafael Devers at third. Castillo. See, that's hit or miss with me. I really want Elias Diaz to have a breakout year. So, like I said before, I really wish they had a, what do you call it? Like power rankings in, like on NBA 2K. So I will see you all at the end of year number 2. And we're back at the end of part 2 and season number 2, as we finished with identically the same record. And it's make or break time here in the off season, so I will not bore you all half to death like I did last off season. But just here's the team stats. Rafael Devers, he's just not cutting it here in the National League like I thought he would. So Lonnie Chisenhall actually did really well for us. Steve Pearce hit 19 home runs, but his averages went down tremendously to 239 from 295. Elias Diaz, good catcher, played literally almost all a full season. Gabby Guerrero, who we got from the Marlins, actually did really well for us on the bench. And then Kevin Newman only hit 287, but with 2 home runs. So you must be asking yourself, where is Chris Archer? We traded him away, and we kept Joe. We kept taking on, or how you say his name, Trevor Williams. Nick Kingham had a good bounce back year. I think this was his first year since 2018 as being a full-time starter. He gave up only 11 home runs this year, but his best ERA to date and best whip to date as well, up to an 80 overall. Mitch Keller played really well with a good 4.20 ERA with a 1.42 whip. Justin Wilson did really well for us. I guess we traded for him during the course of the season, I don't remember. But his record was good. ERA was terrible, 5.45. Kyle Crick did really well. A lot better than last year. Edgar Santana, about the same. The ERA was a little bit higher. Richard Rodriguez did really well for us. That's good to see. Carl Edwards Jr. ERA is still worrying me half to death about him. But he got 4 saves on the year as well. Keanu Kela, really well for him. And then Felipe Vasquez, dominant as always, 44 saves for him. And ERA a little below 4. We did receive a team award, and Joe Musgrave got a gold glove for a pitcher. JD Martinez hit 60 home runs this year, 53 last year. That is insane. And it says his potential's going down. Okay. And we had some injuries throughout the year, which are the worst. And I will see you all. Well, you're just going to hear me talk and blab about what we can do. And the Cubs and the Red Sox meet in the World Series in 2020, and the Red Sox win it all. So, right now, I really don't know what to do. Trayvon Robinson retires. Jake Elmore retires. And Montana DeRapu, that's a name and a half. They all retire. No Hall of Famers. You know, I'm going to fire our manager, and hopefully that can cause something. I don't know who any of these guys are, but I like Omar's hair. So we're going to offer him that. Actually, we're going to offer him a little bit more money. So maybe he'll accept that. We'll have a new manager going into next year. And free agency. We don't really need Mookie. May need one more dominant pitcher, I think. Or not. I don't really know. I don't think so. Relief pitchers were set on. Closing pitcher we're set on. Catcher, we have one of the youngest guys in... Well, not young anymore. He's 30 now, but he's really good. First base we're set. Steve Pearce is going down in overall tremendously. Josh Bell, it's make or break for you. This is your time to shine. Second base we're set on. Third base, shortstop, Jock Peterson, don't really see him coming in. Almora, he's good. Mookie Betts, we really don't need anybody. So GT Remoto goes to the Mets. Corey Kluber goes to the Braves. Mookie Betts goes to the Giants. Cubs get Blake Tranahan. Kirby Yates goes to Red Sox. Michael Feliz, do we bring him back? No. So the computer actually knows who you want to bring back and everything, so that's making me really good. Gabby Guerrero, will bring him. Bring him in. Jose Azuna, how is he doing? He's not been in the majors in 2 years, so we'll let him walk. Good move by them. Mookie has signed somewhere, even though it's not. Oh wait, Mookie did sign. He's going to the Giants, I think it said. We're pretty much set everywhere. I'm really confident in us. Like, you can just see there how everything's going to look, so. Rule 5 draft will simulate to that. Hopefully we can get somebody good there. And it's just, like I've been saying, it's make or break for us, so. We don't need a pitcher. Don't need a relief pitcher. Sam Travis. Again, another guy that's not been in the majors in a while. We're just going to skip the selection because there's nobody good, so. Tigers are interested in a trade. It would not let me view it, but okay. Whit Merrifield is a twin. Starling Marte is a red. And let's just look at the team. Oh, well, just simulate here. Sim through date. I don't even know how well we did in spring training last year, but we're doing really well this year. But let's see how we did this year. Pitching rotation, Joe did okay. Jameson, however you say his name, did really well. Trevor did okay. Hingham did okay. Mitch Keller went off. Wow. Justin Wilson did well in 6 innings pitched. Chad did good. Padermo did okay. Crick did okay. Santana did well. Rodriguez did well. Feliz did well. Edwards Jr. did well. Keanu Kelly did well. Wow. Polanco did well. Almora did okay. Ozuna did well. Devers, gotta get that average up, man. Come on. Got the power, you got the contact on the left, but anywhere else, no good. Josh Bell did well. Frazier did okay. Chisenhall did alright. Pierce did really well. 5 home runs, 23 RBIs in spring training. Wow. Diaz got to get that average up. Colin did well, 600 average. Mac James did terrible. Gabby Guerrero did alright. Polanco did well. Barron, who we got in the Rule 5 draft, he did well. Hayes did okay. Kramer did okay. Swaggerty did okay. Reynolds did terrible. Cole Tucker did well. Kevin Newman did well. Miguel did terrible, even though he had 5 plate appearances. Ford Kent did really well. What did that say about Chris Archer is on the Red Sox? So that's going to do it for this off season, and I will see you all at the end of the last and final season, number 3. And we're back at the end of season number 3, and we finished 90-72, and we are playing in the wild card game against the Dodgers. And yes, I would like to stop simulating just because we are in the postseason for the first time of this rebuild. Like, I can't believe it took 3 years to get them to the postseason, and we're in a wild card game, but hey, we are in the postseason. So Jameson Talion, or how you say his name, did really well. Lit up. He was a 99 for most of the season. 211 innings pitched, which is outstanding. 3.20 ERA, 1.19 WHIP. Joe Musgrave did well. 3.36 ERA, 1.06 WHIP. Our pitchers were phenomenal the whole year, and we need to try and call somebody up here if it'll let us. Can we call up? No, we cannot. Okay, so we cannot call up anybody to be our 5th starting pitcher. So it looks like we are going to rock a 4-man rotation for the postseason, but I am okay with that. So to end the team statistics, we got Jorge Polanco did well. Almora finally getting over 100 RBIs, the first time in his career. Ozuna went off, 27 home runs, 78 RBIs, 326 batting average. That's pretty impressive. Devers finally gets over 250 and hits 262. Colin Moran hits 289, 10 home runs, not too shabby for him. Gregor Polanco hit 15 home runs, 71 RBIs, and 279 average. Adam Frazier, 15 home runs, 72 RBIs, and 280 average. Steve Pearce, still not cutting it, 223 average, so looks like I'm not probably going to play him here in the postseason. So Lonnie Chisenhall can play first base, so we are going to put Lonnie Chisenhall at first base, and we have so many lefties in our lineup. Let's go back over here.
Are 3rd in the division, 8 games out of 1st. The San Diego Padres knocked out 12 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Rockies.
Alright, so, and we got league leaders. We had Joe Musgrave and WHIP for pitchers. That's pretty impressive. And then we have an award again this year. Jorge Polanco gets Gold Glove for shortstop. So no reliever of the year for the National League. That's pretty interesting.
Currently among the AL leaders in strikeouts. As of today, the Blue Jays sit in 4th place.
Jorge Polanco is a machine. 294 batting average.
While the Rays are 3rd.
Alright, so now we're going to be playing against Walker Buehler and the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'll play the game, but not really. We'll quick manage it.
In the standings, the Yankees sit in 2nd place in the American League East Division, yet they currently hold a spot in the race for the American League wild card. And the Red Sox are atop the division. They are more than 10.
Alright, here we go. Game 1 and the wild card. They get 3 runs in the first inning. That's not good. That's against our ace too. So we're gonna go ahead and make a pitching change. Get out of that. It's 3-2. 5-2. Shoot. And looks like our season is going to come to a close. Alright, we're going to hop into this game, and just because we need to win this, like this wildcard game lets us play the Cubs, and if we win that, we play the winner of Philly and San Diego, and then there's the American League. So I know that's not true, but AJ Pollock is going to be on the mound, but Kenley Jansen's going to close it out for him. Cutter to 4-seam slider for Mr. Kenley Jansen.
Here's the first pitch. Starts him out with a cutter, and he gets
Cutter down and in. You all are actually getting gameplay for once here during this MLB 19 The Show franchise rebuild.
Here's a late swing and a miss.
Should have let the PCI up.
Yeah, Matty, I'm going to need a better approach out of the 8-hole hitter. He's hitting in the bottom of the order for a reason. He's got to be willing to work the count.
Elias
grind to get the
Diaz.
pitch count up and get on for the boys in front of him.
Cutter down and in.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here.
This team did really well. It's just a big learning curve for rebuilding, especially a team this bad.
Swing
And
a miss,
struck him
and that'll
out.
get a groan from
High
the
heat.
home supporters here. One away.
We really don't have any power bats on our bench. That's what killed us this whole series.
Pierce. Move into the
Steve
on-deck
Pierce
circle now to try to get something started here with one
Coming in to
down.
pitch hit for the pitcher.
Here.
The Red Sox MVP from the 2018 World Series.
Sky did
That
it
ball
straight away right.
will not drop in for a hit, but there's two
He'll
outs.
Take care of the pinch hitter here for route number 2.
Bellinger caught that, I'm assuming.
The batter number 13.
Standing in.
Jorge
And
Polanco.
their season hangs in the balance.
Cutter,
here.
four seam,
Down their
and
final out.
slider.
Here's the first pitch. Hit on the ground.
There's
to third.
the
Donaldson's up
ground
with it.
out to the first baseman, and the Dodgers are going to the NLCS.
These wild card games are hard enough. It's your
Well,
entire season
can't win 'em all.
9 innings of baseball.
Thanks so much for watching this video. It took a long time to record, but I hope you guys enjoy it, and expect Battlefront 2 gameplay in the near future. And as always, this is Boston Beast 31, signing.